something. Okay, I'm putting nails on, but I'm y'all gonna think I'm stupid for this. I'm only putting on one hand. Why? Because the other hand, generally during my live, you don't ever see, because it's off camera. And so I thought, why waste my little tabbies? Because I gotta order some more little tabbies from Amazon, because you don't know, somehow I've gone through what I didn't realize I had gone through. So see, you got one little hand going here. This hand, like no one needs to see that hand because I'll do everything with this hand. So first off, I know I'm aware it has been a while. Um, I've been sick. I've had so much, but I do have some stuff to tell you guys. Um, if you're interested in an update with what all has been uh, going on with me, I'm trying to see if I can diamond paint some, but not. I can't do this massive size. What the heck am I trying to do over here? I think I'm gonna do that. That way my computer doesn't try to take away my canvas, because it would do that. It would say, "Oh, you got sticky. I want to get sticky." My computer would just be all up in it. So I want to say hello to everybody that's here, and to say thank you, by the way, for everybody that has bothered to come in, because I know that at some point y'all are probably like, this chick is never gonna go live again. No, what the heck did I just do? Y'all, I put down cover paper and then it just decided that it was just gonna move on its own. It said, forget what you were trying to do, chick. We're not doing it. We are not having that today. I swear, hold on, I'll get to say hello to everybody as soon as I can fix my kerfluffle that is happening here with these release papers. Okay, I got the kerfluffle. Y'all, I can't even talk. Kerfluffle. I do know the words. Somehow, some way, I know the words to say. It just is not. It's not saying it. It's not saying it. Okay, so let me. I'll just put my drill sitting right there so I can say hello to everybody in the chat. Let me fix the. Well, I thought that the diamond painting would make a good mouse pad. It doesn't. Just FYI, in case you ever wondered, it doesn't. So first off, I just want to say thank you so much. Lee has always got us taken care of in our wonderful snacks. Excuse me. Y'all, I am still coughing, so I apologize if I cough and it messes with the camera, or, obviously the sound also. So I do apologize for that. Hello, Marion. So Lee takes out the trash and recycles, puts out a variety of finger foods and snacks, places soft drinks and various waters on the table, puts out some white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels, marshmallows, and fruits for everyone. Welcome to Mystria Diamonds. Help yourself. Come on in, grab a snack, and hit the like button on the way to your seat. Lee, I cannot say how much I appreciate you always coming in and taking care of our snack table, so that everybody can feel comfortable at home. We can get in here and get all cozy. Hello, Kim. How are you? Hello, Bella the Beast. How are you? Yes, I am feeling better. Like I said, I still have a cough. I can't seem to get the cough to go away. I'm not sure what I need to do, because it does wake me up at night. I think it's like something called like post-nasal drip or something. I don't know if I need to go get an antibiotic. I would like to not constantly cough. That would be nice. Hello, Robin Smith and Robin Pennington. Hello. Glad to see y'all here. Hello, Natalia, you gorgeous girl. Hello, Matt. Yes, Lee has been busy and the table's always beautiful. Hello, Susan from Arizona. How are you? Hello, Sue. Yes, I will definitely give y'all the update. Hello, anime girl. Thank you so much, Kim. Hello, Deborah. Hello, my bestie. You're picking off drills. I knew it. I knew she was going to get there and she was going to pick off them green drills. Hello, Shelly. Honey and lemon. I need to try honey and lemon. Hey, Joe! Joe! Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about you the other day. I'm like, maybe because I haven't gone live in a while, I've missed seeing Joe. So I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Crafter Rita. How are you? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so let me give y'all my updates. Okay, so first off, as y'all know, because I put it in there that I have been sick, y'all. I don't know if the kiddies at school got me sick. I don't know. I don't know if it's just, here in Florida, our weather deciding to do whatever it decides to do. And that got me sick. There is no telling. It is Florida. It is Florida. And this is like everybody's walking around sniffling, sneezing, coughing, the whole 9 yards. And so, I did get sick and I wasn't able to go. Hello, Kerwin. How you doing? Glad to see you here. Is Ashley with? Ashley with? Is Crashly with you? Hello, Alyssa. Now, so okay. Oh my goodness. My husband did go into the hospital. He's been in the hospital for almost 2 weeks now. Hopefully he'll be getting out soon. So I have been going and seeing him almost every day. When I got too sick, I could not go up there because obviously I didn't want to get him sick. And I got really upset because I was supposed to babysit my grandbaby when but I was sick. So of course, obviously I wasn't going to go babysit her and get her sick. But luckily, oh look, there's a little red hanger outer drill in my, I don't know where it thought it was going, but it thought it was going to join the party over here and sneak onto this canvas. And well, unfortunately for it, I noticed it. It was just two standing out there. So I did not get to go babysit last week. However, I did babysit last night. And she was so good for me, y'all. Oh my God. Like I'm going to knock on wood, because watch, she's going to get a little older and she's not going to be so, sweet, probably, but she's a really good baby. She does cry from time to time, but she's a really good baby. Hello, Jen, how are you? Okay, the other thing is I had to get my bestie and a couple of my friends to talk me off a ledge because if those of you that did not watch in the news, there was an unfortunate incident that happened at FSU, which is the college that I do go to FSU. That is the college I've been taking my forensics stuff through. However, I'm at the Panama City branch, so I don't actually drive to the campus, but we are still FSU. So like even though we're at a branch that's separate from FSU, we are still under their umbrella. So obviously, when it happened, some of my classmates were there. I'm not sure, because I haven't had a chance to see my classmates in person for this past semester. So I'm not real sure if any of them were on campus the day it happened or whatnot. But because of what had happened, there were a lot of students, understandably so. There were a lot of students that did not want to go back to class right then. It was, too, I guess, traumatic to, and so like they were willing to still do their classes like online, but I guess what happened was that FSU made the decision that it didn't matter if you were an online student, if you were an in-person student, every FSU student, they gave you an option for the rest of the semester where they told you that if you wanted the option of completing the course as far as like doing the assignments, you could, and when they graded the assignment, if it would help your grade, they would put it in, and if it wouldn't help your grade, then they wouldn't put it in. Or you had the option of knowing that you needed extra time, and they could put an incomplete in, and then once you finished it, they would change your grade. Or if you were happy with your grade, after, because they stopped it at, well, the day before it happened. Um, and so if there were any all of your grades that were turned in prior to that would calculate your score. And if you were happy with your score, then, well, you did not have to complete, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be your score. Now, I'm not a hidden type A, like, like my bestie. However, I am a little like cray cray when it comes to grades. I've talked to y'all about, being one of those people that or I want a good grade. So one of my classes, I had a 97, so I was good with it. The one that was giving me a hard time, that I kept like trying to ask for advice from my kids, from my friends, from my bestie, I know I drove my bestie crazy, was that it's an A minus because it's a 92. Okay. It's a 92. Um, and I fought myself kind of hard because, here's the deal. If I was happy with my grade, I didn't have to do anything. Like, I was done. And so after talking to my friends and them talking some sense into me, I decided that, as even though it was a 92, um, an A minus, it would be okay. So I did not do any more assignments. So that is what my grade is. Like, it literally was finalized yesterday. Um, they finalized all the grades yesterday. So I ended the semester with an A and an A minus. That A minus is gonna, y'all know that's gonna like prickle at me. It's gonna prickle at me. But I'm, I'm trying to get over that part of myself. I know that I should be like, it's a decent grade. It's not a bad grade. Just let it ride. That's what all, even my daughter's like, mom, it's an A. I said, it's an A minus. It's an A. It's an A, and it will, like, even if it calculates at like a 3.75, it's not that much of a lower. So I did go ahead and I let it ride, as this girl said, I let it ride. And I just said, okay, I did well. I did enjoy it. Now, the classes that I took this semester, these are the ones that I have to do the labs on this summer. Oh my God, y'all! I am so I'm so excited for these labs. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to? Okay, so the two classes that I took, which means that the two labs that I'm doing this summer, are trace evidence, digital evidence, and um, impression evidence. So, like, fingerprints and making molds, footprints. Oh my God, y'all, I am so super excited. And what's funny is that because I am going to the retreat, I am going to the Crafter's Paradise. Um, Managed to get that sucker worked out because, yeah, let's just say things flowed my way, luckily. Um, so I'm going to the retreat, but the problem is that, so, like, everybody else gets to leave on Monday, but I can't leave on Monday. I have to leave on Sunday because Monday is my lab, and I have to be in person at the lab, like, especially that first day. Like, they don't want us missing any of it because we have to be. Each of our labs are 1 week long, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So yeah, I will be leaving the retreat early, which I'm a little sad on, but everybody can, maybe I can, uh, just get enough love in so that I will feel the love on my drive back home. Okay, so that happened. Let's see what else has happened. Well, I tore my closet apart because I thought, no, I thought that I had lost a specific painting, and I was really looking because I cannot get this painting again, unless someone in a D stash just happened to decide that they didn't want it. And what I've noticed is that mystery paintings are a little bit, people just don't want to seem to give those away. They want to keep those mystery paintings in. And it was an Ann Stokes specifically, and I know what the image is, and I'm not going to say what the image is, just in case someone has this particular painting. I'm just going to say the number. It's 55. So, but needless to say that it's one that I know what the image is because, I'm nosy and I go to the mystery site and I spoiled the mysteries for myself because I just want to know what it is. But I did find it. I did find it. But yeah, Kara, I was wheeling and dealing. So here's what happened. Here's what happened. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know, but we only get, as teachers, we get 10 days that we're allowed to use for sick days, sick/personal days. Um, I was sick at the beginning of the year. And then, of course, I took a couple of days when Jasmine had her baby. Um, and then, this sickness, I was literally, last Monday, I was homesick. Like I could not, I was attempting to get ready. I was putting on my pants and I blacked out and fell and hit my face on the carpet. And I kind of decided that probably was a sign that I did not need to get in my car and go to work. But I was upset because I only had 2 days left, and unfortunately for me, the retreat is during the two teacher days that we have at the end of the year. So like the kids' last teacher day will, or the kids' last teacher day. The kids, oh my goodness, the kids' last day is on a Wednesday. But we have two teacher days right after that, Thursday and Friday. Um, and so, I had been saving 2 days so that I could use those 2 days so that I could get on the road bright and early. And when I say bright and early, I mean I'm getting in my car at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and hitting the road to get to Texas. Because it's going to take me like 12 to 14 hours. Because like it says 12 point something, but you got to stop for, bathroom breaks and to eat and stuff. Um, it's probably going to take anywhere from 12 to 14 hours to get there. So I got really sad and I called Kara and talked to Kara and Alyssa, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to miss the retreat. And I knew that I've already paid for the retreat. But the problem is that if I couldn't go, I couldn't go. I just have to say I'd have to miss the retreat. And I was so, so upset. Well, so something happened where I was supposed to get to do, or I thought I was going to get to do a algebra boot camp. But unfortunately, they had to, because of uh, just different stuff that is beyond my control, someone else was going to get to run it, and they didn't think very many people would sign up. But luckily, enough people signed up, so I get to help out with the boot camp. So they asked me if I would help out, and I'm like, y'all, I got a deal for you. So we worked out something, and I'm excited. So we got everything is smooth sailing. Um, I had more than what I thought I had, so that was good. I got everything taken care of. Now, another thing is that I have ordered something. Yeah, I know you should smack my hand. I need to smack my hand because I did it. I did it. Okay. So, in case those of you did not know, I did put out my very first crafting chipmunk because y'all were the one that suggested the crafting chipmunk title. So, I put out my very first crafting chipmunk video, right? And I made little Harry Potter miniatures. Um, and they are so cute. I I have them somewhere. I put them in a box, uh, but they are really cute. So it was very successful. And so as far as like, I was happy with it. When I say successful, I'm just saying I was happy with it. So I decided that I felt like I needed some additional crafts, you know, because the whole point of the crafting chipmunk is to get to preferably try crafts that are different from each other, right? Try out, experiment. And I do have a resin tray craft. I do. And I do have a few other things from when I had subscribed to a subscription box. But you know how you're scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, and maybe I'm the only one, and you see like ads for things, and it makes you think, I want to try that. They got me. They got me. So I did order a craft subscription box. And so I am actually going to hopefully at some point, y'all, I don't know when I'm going to get time. Hopefully, sometime either this week or this weekend, I'm hoping I can film that one. But I've got a new one coming every month, and it's supposed to be a different craft. Now, the only thing I'm a little worried about is they offered two different types of crafts, as far as like style boxes. It's called This Month's Crafts, and so like one type of box, you should be able to get like like home decor type crafts. And that's what I thought that I had ordered. And those are supposed to come in a pink box or a purple box. And then the other one is still got stuff that I know that I would like, but it's like more like DIY handicrafts. So guess what? Miniatures are in those, as well as like you can make wood carving or wood burning or make hot sauce or just different stuff like that. And so I thought that I ordered one thing, but when I got the box, even though the craft inside of it was a craft that they showed from the purple box, but my box was green. So now I'm curious, and I'm a little bit scared that maybe I got the wrong thing. But hopefully, if you like the crafting chipmunk, um, a new episode, I don't know what to call it, a new video will be coming out, and um, if y'all want, I will, only because y'all are hearing my live. Y'all get to hear it live. If y'all were interested in knowing what the craft is that I'm going to be making the video on, put a mm, put a dragon emoji in the chat, and I'll see if I have any dragon emojis, and then if I know I got that, then I know that y'all want to hear what the craft is. But if I don't see dragon emojis, then I'm just assuming that y'all would not be interested in knowing what it is. The other thing that I had wanted to ask y'all about, because like other than like nobody's like, have I run everybody off? Can everybody, or if y'all just listening to me? I'm just sitting here nattering in away. But okay, there we go. Oh, okay. So people are listening. Okay, we got some little dragons going on there. Okay. So I see some. Those are some cute little. When did they get those cute little dragon ones? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to look now. I'm gonna go look up that daggone dragon. Okay, so y'all do want to know what the craft is. So it is soap making. So it came with everything that I need. Obviously I'm gonna have to use like a microwave. Um, and I think a bowl that didn't come with it. But I am going to be making my own, what do they call it? Artisanal soaps. It came, oh my God, like it is so cool. It's got like dried flowers. It's got four different scents. Now, I don't know exactly what two of the scents are as far as like I've never heard of them. Oh, I've heard of wormwood. I didn't open it up to smell it. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw the name of it, but I have not opened it to smell it. So I'm super excited to be able to get that. It also came with colors. so I can put different colors. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to get, and it came with 2 different types of soap base. So I am going to be making soap. Now, here was my other question. Well, thank you. Okay, y'all are working and lurking, just listening. Okay. Happy Cinco de Mayo from Ontario, Canada. Hello, Wendy. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you as well. I hope that you are having fun on this day. Um, I'm so sad to see if the live would have been yesterday, I could have said, "May the fourth be with you." Yeah, I'm a geek. Okay, but so and question I had is, I know there are some people that are not fans of chipmunk mode. I am still going to do the crafting chipmunk, but here's my question to y'all. Do you think I should make a second video for, like, meaning re-edit it for a non-chipmunk version? I mean, that would be a lot of work, but that's why I'm kind of trying to get people's ideas, like get a feeling down of what do you think? Um, because I personally like the crafting chipmunk. The whole purpose of it is to get to see different crafts, but at the same time, have a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when I film, especially like that, I unedit. I am unedited, and you know, you get to hear it all, and then you get to hear it in the chipmunk mode. Um, so yeah, it is a lot of work for 2 different versions. And so I'm just like, you know what? I do have a video concept that I have done in the past, but I'm gonna do it a little differently, that will not do chipmunk mode. Um, love chipmunk mode. It might be worth it once just to see which gets more views. Yeah, I mean, I here's the thing with me. Obviously all of us, we do want, we're on YouTube. We do want. Oh, you got to go pick up your brother. Bye, Lee. Thank you so much, Lee, for coming in and helping everything. Nothing but chipmunk mode for you. Okay, so chances are I probably won't do these videos that way, unless, now here's where I have to check. I kind of did something a little crazy. I did something a little crazy. I became an affiliate of this company because, well, they had this whole thing on there that you could be an affiliate, and sometimes they might even send you promotional items. So I thought maybe if they'd like to, maybe every now and then I might get like a free tool, or I don't know, something to show on the channel. So if they, I don't know. You know what? Even if they tell me they don't want it in chipmunk mode, I'd probably still do it anyway. So, but I do have, where when I get back into my actual miniatures, like the ones that require me to put together stuff, like a lot of stuff. Um, Even in chipmunk mode, that is too much to do with chipmunk mode. So in order to, I want to be able to do it like the people on the miniatures do. Like, they manage to get you see the miniature being put together, but you don't see every single piece being put together. You see the majority of like big items, some of the small items, and then you see it all being put together in, like, all together. And so there's, like, I could do a voiceover for that or something like that. So that one would be non chipmunk mode, just because I I feel like I'm already going to have to do so much editing in that one to get from start to finish. And that's one of those that it's going to be little clips over and over a whole, like, probably a month. It'll take me probably a month or so just to be able to do one, um, like, miniature. Okay, let's see. You'll watch it either way, Sarah. Well, thank y'all. The thing is, like, y'all really do boost me up, and it makes me feel so good, because every time that I have contemplated getting rid of chipmunk mode, I have someone say something very positive and uplifting about chipmunk mode on one of my videos. And I told Alyssa this the other night, and I love her to death. I love her to death. She's like, if you try to stop chipmunk mode, I am going to come to Florida and I am going to hog tie you. And I'm like, I love you, Alyssa. Like she made my night saying that. So I figure I figured this world, we got enough like sad, crazy boo boo stuff happening all the time anyway. And so I feel like everybody could use a little enlightenment. Um, and like I said, I don't script it because I go off the cuff and y'all get to see whatever the crazy is that just happens when it's flowing. Um, and so uh, I will then keep it. I do keep chipmunk mode, and as much as I would love to have more subscribers, it makes me happy that I have some. You guys are like really amazing. Y'all stick by me and you support me and you love on me, and things like that, and that means more to me than anything. Because I feel like, yeah, I could be one of those people that is trying to chase subscribers, but I'm not like that, and neither are my friends, and that's why they're my friends. um, because they care about the content and they care about sharing what they love, and I'm the same way. I just want to make people happy, and so I would, as much as I would love to have new subscribers, I want people here that enjoy the content, if that makes any sense. Like I don't want people here just because they decide to, I don't know, for whatever reason, hit subscribe, and then but they don't truly enjoy the channel, because I want people here that enjoy it. And thank you, Matt. It makes my videos unique. Yeah. Like chipmunk mode is something that does set me apart from others because, well, at present, I'm pretty much one of the only ones that does it, but I just I just want people to have a good old belly laugh. Um, so thank you so much. Hello, Cage Rats. How are you? So I just wanted to say also that I appreciate, I can't even believe that, considering, granted, I've only got 24 in the chat right now. But those of you that are here in the chat, the fact that I've been MIA for the past couple of weeks and y'all are still here and y'all still coming and supporting me means a lot to me. So I really do greatly appreciate it. Um, so the other thing is that, guess what this week is at school? It is Teacher Appreciation Week. Whoop, whoop. Y'all, they gave us Chick-fil-A sandwiches this morning, Chick-fil-A biscuits. So I had a Chick-fil-A biscuit, and then we got a potato bar and banana pudding for lunch today. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do something that special every day, but it was really nice that I did not have to figure out what I was getting for breakfast or for lunch. It was really awesome. The other thing is that they decided to do we are doing something called Teacher Survivor. Now, we don't get kicked off an island. We're not getting kicked off an island, but we do have to do challenges for points. And I'm thinking that whoever gets the most points wins some sort of prize. Now, we're all competitive. Look. Most of us teachers, we are competitive. So I got my points today, but I think everybody got their points today. So we'll have to see what the challenge is. It's a new challenge every day. So we'll see if I get if I get. I don't know. I'm so scared to see what they have a whole book. Our admin has been crazy thinking up all of these cool little challenges for us to do. So I am What is happening to my computer? Oh, I know what's happening to my computer. My computer's trying to die. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I got to plug it up. I thought I had already plugged up my computer. I didn't. Y'all, you ever just have days that your brain just runs away with you? I think my brain has decided to run away. Oh, well, thank you. I hope I win too. Um, but we got a lot of people that are very competitive. Teachers, I think teachers as a whole are just, I don't know, you tell us we're going to have a game and a challenge and we get competitive about it, not to mention, you know, you, you got people that they compete as just that's their job is to compete. So yeah, I'm a little bit woo. Teacher survivors, that's right. Teachers fight to get kicked off the island so they can get. Now see, that would that would be a prize, right? But we can't because this. In addition, y'all, in addition to it being Teacher Appreciation Week, it's also testing week. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. Um, I'm hoping we have something, some goody tomorrow because we got testing tomorrow. Um, and just in case people don't know, us teachers do not like testing any more than the kiddos do. So, but yeah, I'd never heard of Teacher Survivor, but no one gets kicked off. We just get we're working for prizes because like in the show Survivor. Now I know it may have changed. Y'all can tell me if anybody in here watch Survivor, like now Survivor, like not. I haven't watched since. Oh gosh. Okay, I know the dude Richard won. I don't know if that was not the first Survivor. I don't think. Maybe it was, but I watched him, and then I watched a couple of other seasons after that. But then I just kind of stopped. And I know that they're still doing Survivor. Okay, so Joe, you watched every single episode. Okay, so do they still do where, as a team and sometimes individual, you do challenges, but usually what you're not fighting for, well, sometimes you're fighting for immunity, but sometimes the challenges are for things like food or like prizes or which is usually food or like clothing or something. Do they still do that or have they changed how Survivor works now? Because I would be curious. I don't know why I have not watched the newer seasons of Survivor, but I mean, last I checked, it was still on and still going strong. Heck, I can't even get to see The Masked Singer. I want to watch it, but now I can't. Used to watch it, Kara, but now it seems like it's drama orchestrated for drama. Well, when they threw in the whole, and I want to say this started on the very first episode. You had people making alliances with each other. They have, but not always. It changes from season to season. Okay. Um, I just remember them doing things like trying to race out to a buoy to get like rocks or something to and then bring back. It was always very physical challenges or trying to see who could hold on to the spinning tire uh, without falling. And it was a slippery tire or something, and whoever could hold on the longest. And it was always like some like really cool buffet. Um, and I mean, after seeing what they were having to eat, I would probably, y'all. Now, I saw I saw an advertisement for a show that sounded kind of interesting. Oh, 48 season? 48 seasons of Survivor. Wow. Okay. So tell me if anybody has ever heard of this show. I don't know the name of it. And if I could ever find out the name of it, I would go look it up. But it was supposed to be something similar to Survivor. But what they did was that parents chose their spoiled older kids. Like we're talking, they're not really like kids. Like they are adults. They're over 21 years old. So like these are grown adults that still live in their house. Like some of them were like 35 years old. And they're still living in their house, in their parents' house. So they joined this reality show that was supposed to be like Survivor, but it's like Survivor of the hello Roxanne, how are you, sweetie? It's like supposed to be like Survivor of the Entitled or something like that. I don't remember. Like all I know it was the parents were like, they have to go, and then, you're talking ones that are like, oh my gosh, this is mud. What am I supposed to do with my shoes? My shoes are getting muddy, and they're like, welcome to the wilderness. But I can't. I do not know if it's still on. I don't know what the name of it is. That's driving me nuts. Um, yeah, the Masked Singer. Like I tried to go back and find the first couple of seasons. So like I know that I think it's is it Disney Plus or Paramount? I don't know. One of the ones that I have, it might be Paramount or it might be Amazon, but they only have like of the Masked Singer. I think it only goes to like back to season 4 or 5. So, and I've never gotten to watch all of any of the seasons of The Masked Singer. So I tried to go back and see if I could find like the first couple of seasons, but all I could find is they have a YouTube channel, but they don't show full or Hulu. Yeah, that's what it is. Peacock. I said I don't have Peacock. Hulu, yes, Hulu, but they don't have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Um, and so, like I said, they have a YouTube channel, but they don't have full episodes on that YouTube channel. What they have is you can watch the people get unmasked, but you don't get to hear them sing. You get to see them unmasked just to see who they are, and you get their clue packages. But I couldn't find where they were actually singing the songs. And I'm like, well, that's not like I wanted to see what they sounded like. So you watched it on Peacock? Okay, well here's the question. Do I have to pay for Peacock? Or is that free? I don't have Peacock. Um I got Disney Plus, which is with Hulu. I have um Amazon videos. I have Paramount Plus, and I got YouTube. And I got Netflix sometimes. Let's see. What did Kara say? Oh yeah, the I want to go home. I do love to go home. Hello, Madeline. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Glad you could join us. We're just talking about the Masked Singer and how I have missed out. Now, I am trying to catch up on some of my episodes because I will be perfectly honest with you. When I diamond paint, I tend to listen to here recently. I have been listening to my true crime people. Okay, I've got a couple of them now that I watch. But the problem is that one of them suggests this streaming service that supposedly has a whole bunch. Like it's almost all true crime. I don't know if it actually is, but it's like a whole bunch of true crime. And now for the life of me, I'm going to have to go back and watch my person. And of course, Kara's the one that got me into this particular person. I'm gonna have to go back and watch one of hers, older ones, because I don't. Number one, I don't remember the name of it. I know it starts with an M. Um, but I'm since she hasn't mentioned it for a while, it makes me wonder if the streaming service still exists. Because that's gonna get me crazy. I can get a free trial of Peacock for like a week. Binge and cancel. But see, look, I feel bad. I feel like I'm taking advantage of Peacock, right? I feel like I'd be taking advantage of the streaming service. I mean, I have Tubi that, you watch a lot of different stuff for free, but you have to listen to there are commercials, which is so funny. Okay, look, I'm going to date myself. I'm a Gen Xer. Okay, I'm a Gen Xer. If you are a Gen Xer too, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. How is it that we went from there was nothing that you could watch on TV that did not have commercials. Like that existed in our life, right? We had commercials. So then knowing that we sat through everything that we ever watched had commercials. I mean, my gosh, and our commercials, look, I'm sorry, our commercials were some of the best commercials that existed out there. They were hilarious. And I've looked back at some of the commercials that we used to have, and I'm like, oh my God, we seriously, like California raisins. Y'all remember that commercial? Um, I mean, just absolutely crazy. And now we are all about not watching commercials. Okay, or how about sitting through waiting for dial up to happen, that insanely, it took forever, first off. And if you wanted to load an image, oh goodness, I could go and make a peanut butter jelly sandwich and come back before it was ever. But now we get mad if it takes a few seconds for something to load. Like, even us Gen Xers, what has happened to us? What has happened to our patience? I think what's happened, we've gotten older and we have lost our patience because now we want everything at our fingertips. Or is it that just me? Maybe it's just me. Am I alone? Am I alone in the world of that? Roxanne, right? They should throw us all on an island and see how long we can survive. No, oh no, I don't want to. No, okay. See, I'd already be off that island. I have found out through being sick that I can only go 3 days, and then I start like I need to diamond paint something, even if it's only putting down a couple of drills, because yeah. And I was saying on Kara's live, I'm crazy, right? I have one, two, three. I have 4 projects currently going, and I'm fixing to kit up a 5th one because I'm crazy. I don't know why but I really do. I want to work on it. I want to work on a Margaret Morales. Now I am hoping when I get off this live here that it will still be that Dragon Spirit will still be on the site, but knowing my luck, it will not be. And I'll have to put it back in my wish list. You know what? If it's still on the site, then it means that I'm meant to go get it, right? Can I? What would y'all say? Would y'all say that's fate? If it is still on the site, I need some encouragement here. If it's still on the site when I get off this live, then it means that I'm supposed to buy it, right? Right? Yeah, yeah. Is that how that works? Or am I just trying to thinkful in myself? Let's see. Kara, you've done the binge and leave strategy. Y'all, I'm still trying to get Kara to watch one of my favorite series. I watched the entire series. I binged everything. The only thing I have not binged from it is they did an offshoot, because I did this. One of my favorite shows is called Once Upon a Time. Oh my God, y'all. I love Once Upon a Time. And they did an offshoot called Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So, like, I haven't gotten to watch that one yet. That's the only thing. But I am trying so hard. I want her to watch it because I just know that she would love it if she watched it. Joe, you just looked Masked Singer up on Hulu, and they have all the episodes for seasons 6 through 13. Okay, so see, I would need to find some place that has seasons 1 through 5. Well, technically, I don't need 1 because I did go through and watch all the unmaskings of season 1, and I on the YouTube, and I think I'm halfway through season 2. Your dad used to have to go and turn on the computer and then go get his coffee, grab the newspaper, check the weather, and then maybe I know, right? Like, we just were not. We were so patient, and trust me, if your friend sent you a picture and it had to see, like, kids today are so lucky, they just have no clue that, it had to load like line by line, but like it looked like it was being printed, but printed slow. And you're like, what is it? What are they sending me? And you better hope. See, you better hope that your friends did not send you anything that they were not supposed to send you, because, by the time it finally loaded, your parents could be right behind you watching. So, it took forever. Now, I will say that I don't know if I guess technically Messenger is this, but anybody else remember the chat rooms? Oh my God. I can remember getting on the different chat rooms with all these different people from all over. It's people that were live right then, right there. Like, it was instant, back and forth. And, And I guess, like I said, I guess that's what Messenger is. But it feels a little different with Messenger than it did in chat rooms, right? Because Messenger are people that you know mostly. Um, but chat rooms, you didn't know, any of the people, right? And you could have like multiple conversations going at one time. Like, I'm sure it wasn't safe, but it was fun. Um, or maybe I never did. Look, I did not do the party line on the phone. My mom would never let me. I mean, I was already on the phone enough as it is. You'd have to take that cord, and I'd have to like try to stretch it all the way into the closet just to attempt to try to get some privacy. But then my mom would go pick up, because like she would think I couldn't hear her picking up the phone. I could hear her picking up the phone, and which means that I knew that she was listening on my conversation. So my friends and I, we used to have like a code. I would say like a code little word or a code number, and that clued them in that my mother was listening in on the phone, so that we didn't say anything that would make her mad, or get me in trouble. Um, yeah, enablers, and y'all are okay. Y'all all agree, so I should do it. Okay, okay. Thank you. See, that's what I needed. I just needed someone to tell me that it was meant for me. Um, you're the tail end of the baby boomers. You had a black and white TV when you were a young child. Now, I want to say I remember my grandmother having a black and white TV. I can tell you I remember being the remote for the TV. I remember the TV only having 4 channels, but when I went to stay with my grandmother during the summer, she wanted to watch her soap operas, her stories as she called it. They were her stories. And but she liked all the stories, and so for whatever, if when a commercial came on one story, then it was Brandy, go change the channel. So then you had to go change it to the next story. And then when that one went on commercial, you had to just flip through the stories that way. And you had your daytime stories, and you had your nighttime stories. So your daytime stories, All My Children, Young and the Restless. She never watched General Hospital. It was Young and the Restless, All My Children, Days of Our Lives. That was the biggest one. I remember Days of Our Lives especially. Um, and then at nighttime, her favorite ones to watch, and I don't remember. I want to say they were like on Mondays or something, because we shelled peas when during at nighttime. Um, when Wheel of Fortune, you had Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and then you had Knots Landing and Dallas. Anybody else watch those, or am I? I'm it. Um, I feel like I'm probably it. Let's see. It's fate and I should give. That's right. It's still there and it means it's meant to be. You met your husband. Oh, you met your husband in a chat room? Oh my God, 1997. He lives 7 states away. And oh my gosh, now see right there, Becky, that right there is a love story. Lee, you're back. Hey, we're talking about the chat rooms of old. That is so cool. Name that tune. Oh my God, y'all. You know, am I the only? I know that after seeing all the stuff that I've seen on Instagram, I automatically know that I am not the only one. But if someone invented a whirlpool time machine, or I don't care, it didn't even have to be a whirlpool. Someone invented a time machine and said that we could go back to the 80s and 90s. I'd go back in a heartbeat. What about y'all? Like, seriously, someone suggested a really good idea for us is, what if instead of having an old folks home, the old folks home was inside of a mall, but the mall was still an active mall, like as far as like you could still buy stuff and you could still walk around, you could still hang out. That sounds like that would be fun. But I would, if I could go back in time, like, because I feel like that we had some of the best clothes, best like colors, songs, movies. I mean, come on. Oh gosh. But you know what? I bet you every generation feels that way. Am I wrong? I bet you every generation's got to feel that way. Although there were some things that I did, um, because I was young. I was just a baby in the 70s. So, 80s and 90s, those are my era specifically. I know I'm old, but I've kind of gotten over it. I don't care. I just am what I am. Joe, you watch Dallas Dynasty? You missed being Gen X by 30 days. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what I have found is that there are millennials out there raised by Gen Xers that have the same like mentality of Gen Xers. So what do they call them? They call them you're a Zennial. Is that what I think that's what they call them, a Zennial? Like it's a mix of Gen X and millennial, right? A Zennial. Um Oh, you got addicted to All My Children? I don't, you know what? I don't remember if I actually watched All My Children. I want to say the only one I remember truly paying attention to, I mean, I'm sure I did because or is it Young and the Restless? I know there's one show that had something with twins, twin girls, Erica and Victoria or something like that, but I can't remember which soap opera that was from. Now, I remember Days of Our Lives, you had Bo and um oh my god, how did I forget her name? Was it Bo and Laura? Um oh my gosh, my grandmother, she is probably looking down at me right now from heaven, going, "How dare you? How dare you?" Hope, Bo and Hope. I'm sorry, Mama. That was her favorite show, and that was her favorite couple. She's probably sitting up there going, "How dare you forget the name of Hope?" Okay, sorry, Mama. Um, Oh yeah, the chat rooms. I actually remember I had some good. I met some friends in chat rooms. Now I never met any of the people from my chat rooms in person, um, but I think one of the reasons why I'd love to go back is that when you look at what like y'all, we were never in our houses. I mean, granted, I love my crafting. Okay, I'm an adult, so I love my crafting now. But do y'all remember what it was like to be out and you knew to come home when the street lights came on? Now, granted, it was sad that they had to put on a commercial on the TV to remind our parents that they had children. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? People that I know that I've talked to some of my students are like, what? Like, really? I'm like, yes, they used to have a PSA that went out on the TV at night because sometimes parents forgot that they had children and it was time for them to come in home. Um, but we had so much freedom, right? I mean, I, I don't think I spent hardly any days during summer inside unless I was sick. I was always at somebody's house. We were on the trampoline, we were swimming, we were biking, we were climbing trees, we were doing everything. And it's just, I don't know, it's not that way anymore. I don't know. See, now I feel like I'm an old fogey. Oh, but you know what? I would not give up my childhood for nothing. I loved it. A reality show you watch would be one where they put today's high school today's high schoolers in an environment exactly like the 80s just to watch. Kara, they would go out of their brains. Although, you know what? I think I'd kind of I obviously we didn't have telephones. We had computers, but they weren't portable. I mean, there were cell phones out there, but I did not have a cell phone. That was something that my stepdad had one and it was in a carry case. The thing was big. Um, but like I know I would have a hard time now acclimating to having no instant access to the internet or having internet at all or a phone. We did take videos. We had a video machine or video machine. We had a camcorder, um, and we did have videos. And but yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting to see I think it would be a whole different version of Survivor. Unfortunately, it might turn into a little bit of Hunger Games, um, because I think it would. We would. I don't know that it would happen. I think it would be like absolutely. They would go nuts. That's Bo and Hope. Yep, Luke and Laura, Bo and Hope. I agree. It would be hilarious, right? Kara has it exactly. It would be put them in the 70s. Well, I mean, I feel like the 70s and the 80s are very. No, no, I don't think we'd want to put them in the. I don't know. I mean, granted, I only lived through part of the 70s but I don't remember any of it. You still watch Days of Our Lives on Peacock? Oh my god! Sometimes I wonder if the stories are still similar as to what they were. Like, you could go for 2 months and not watch your show, and then when you pull it back on, it's got the same storyline still. Um, I mean, I'm sure by now the storyline's different. It's got to be. You lived in the country. No street lights. Went out and caught. Oh God, I love lightning bugs. Put them in a jar. Put holes in it, right? So you didn't kill them. But oh, I love lightning bugs. We don't even have them around here right now. Another World. That's it. Okay, Another World. Vicky and Marley. Thank you. Wendy, thank you. So that was going to drive me nuts. I knew they were twins, and I could not remember what the name of the show was. Another World. Okay. Unless you were sick, it was pouring rain, and then see, getting sick on a school day meant Price is Right. Price is Right, and there was one other game show because see, Price is Right with Bob. What was his last name? Bob Barker. There's it was. Bob Barker. There was another show that if you were sick and you had to stay home from school that you watched. At least I know, like I said, I watched Price is Right. I know there was others. That's right. Dial phones, TV was not. They wouldn't even know what to do with those, y'all. They would not know what to do with those. No internet. Oh my god. No microwave for the popcorn. Yep. Nope. You'd have to do it on the stove. Oh, it would be, yeah, that would be devastating to your lifestyle. Beta and VHS. Oh my God. Although they do know what VHS is. At least my students do. It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Having to roll down the car windows. I know. Have y'all seen the little challenge where they take an older person and a younger person and they have them different generations and they'll be like, show us rolling down a window and we're all doing this and they're just like pressing like this, or take a picture, and we're like this and they're like holding their phone. It's hilarious. You lived a bit rural, practically lived out in the woods, even camped for days. I know our parents were not worried. They were like, okay, yeah, have fun. You got a microwave in the 70s, but there was no food made for it yet. So like you had one, but you had to have, well, I guess I don't know. I guess now, I don't really think about the fact that you have to have special food because, I mean, when we had TV dinners at my grandmother's house, I remember every now and then she would make us TV dinners, but they weren't in a microwave. There was TV dinners from us, like she put it in the oven, and there were like these foil trays. Or am I misremembering that? I might be misremembering. No whammies! Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. And I think they even did a movie on the one guy. There was one guy that like kept, I don't know what he did, but he somehow knew when to hit it and he like had won the most money on um no whammies. Bo and Hope are coming back soon to Days of Our Lives. Oh my goodness. Bob Barker. Yeah. Oh, Let's Make a Deal. You know what? I don't think I ever watched too much of Let's Make a Deal. Um Although, it looked like it was fun. Looks like it was fun because they got to dress up in crazy costumes. And I think Wayne Brady does a version of it now, if it's still going on. Yep, TV dinners were in tin back then. You could not put them in the microwave. You had to put them in the oven. I remember that, and I can remember the molten lava brownie. Like you could not. You wanted to eat it straight out of the thing, but you had to wait because if you didn't, you'd burn your tongue. Oh my God, y'all, it's already 9:03. Well, thank you guys. By the way, I'm sorry we got on reminiscing, but I do love going down memory lane because I'm telling you, sometimes, especially with the crazy of the world, sometimes I just like remembering what I feel like the simpler times were. Right? Jiffy Pop, yes. Um, and so I feel like, the 70s, 80s, 90s, those were the simpler times. And so every now and then I just like to I just like to think back to it and at least know that there's still some things that exist from there. But I mean, I do like the advancements that we have to some degree, but I do miss some of the more simpler times. So thank y'all for reminiscing with me. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm so sorry that I have been MIA, but now that I'm feeling better, I will tell you if I do have to end up missing, we are here at the end of the school year, which means I got a lot. We got grading that has to get done. I've got some planning that has to get done for my geometry boot camp. I've already got the algebra like worked with, but I got to do the geometry. That's next week. So if I do end up missing a live, I am going ahead and apologizing. But hopefully, when summer gets here, I will be able to, because I won't have schoolwork. I'll have my college work, but I won't have, grading and everything else to have to do. So, thank you. Tinfoil, top of the oven, still have the brownie. Oh, I know, I love that brownie. But thank y'all and by the way, everybody that sent me well wishes while I was sick, thank you so much, y'all. That means a lot to me. All right, well, I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm so glad that, y'all decided to spend your, part of your Monday with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful start to the week. And I'm going to leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next time. Bye, y'all.